Hello everyone, welcome back. It's the weekend and the weekends mean junk food time. Everyone always wants junk food once in a while and it's okay, let's indulge, right? And the kids are allowed only junk food on the weekends. And during the week we try and eat as healthy as possible. Today I'm going to be making a KFC style Zinger Burger that's deep fried. So nothing healthy about it, and that's okay because we're here to splurge and indulge today. Alright, so let's get started. There are a few tips and tricks I'm going to share with you, so do watch till the end because they are in between here and there. I can't share all the tips at the same time. So for the first thing we do is we have some buttermilk here. This is just, if you don't have buttermilk at home, you can just take some regular curd or yogurt and beat it up till it's thick. You don't want a thin consistency, it's a little thick buttermilk, right? We start with that, and in that we're going to add some spices that will give the chicken its flavor. So I have red chili powder, that's a must. If it's a Zinger burger, it's gotta have zing. So we have some salt here and some oregano and also some freshly ground black pepper. So I'm going to toss all of those ingredients in my buttermilk mixture. I will also add to that some lemon juice. This is juice of about half to 3/4 of a lime, and that's plenty. We want a zingy but not too tart, right? It's a Zinger burger, not a tarty burger. And I also have ginger garlic paste. So I'm going to put about a teaspoon of that. And let's give this a quick whirl. We want to make sure we incorporate all those ingredients well till we have a nice smooth mixture. So while this is mixing, I have chicken here. Now you can use chicken breasts, they're a bit healthier, but then you're making junk food, so why bother being healthy? So we're going to use chicken thighs today. They are generally juicier and and easier to cook than breast meat is. If you use breast meat, you have to be careful because it can get tough faster. Now what you want to do with your chicken is make sure they're nice and flat, and if they're not flat already, then you can beat them with a hammer or a balan in India till you get a nice flat piece of chicken, because that way when you fry them in oil, they're going to fry nice and even. So my buttermilk mixture is ready over here, and all we do is drop our chicken in this, and then we're going to marinate this for some time. Now ideally the longer you marinate with anything, obviously the better, but we don't have the luxury of time over here. Junk food needs to be served fast because it's also fast food. And so I'm going to marinate this for just about 30 minutes. But if you have the time and you're doing this earlier in the day, then I recommend you marinate this for about 2 to 3 hours at least and get all the flavors of that buttermilk infused in the chicken. Okay? So I'll drop my chicken in here. And after dropping, I'm going to make sure I coat them well so that they get nice and marinated. And after this, we will be back in 30 minutes. I have my mixture marinating over here, so my chicken rather marinating. Let that sit. In the meantime, we can get some other processes going. So here I have some maida or all-purpose flour. I also have over here some rice flour and some cornstarch. Okay, so I'm going to add that. The quantities of course will be there, so don't worry about that. And to this I'm also going to add a couple more things. Some salt. There's plenty of salt in this dish, and I have some black pepper and also a little bit more of the chili powder. This dish has plenty of chili powder because it's a Zinger burger, it has to have the zing. So this is now going to be mixed, and also while that's going, I'm going to make a little mayo or a white sauce. So if you see a Zinger burger, it has some shredded lettuce on it, and it has obviously the fried chicken, but also has this mayonnaise on it. For that mayo, the way you make it to get that flavor is I have just regular mayo over here. You can use eggless mayo if you want, and there's some garlic powder. That's about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon just to add flavor. So I'm going to add that in there. I think that's enough. And also some black pepper, maybe another 1/4 teaspoon, just a little bit, and salt. Now if you have onion powder, I recommend you add onion powder as well. but I like it without onion powder. I'm just going to add about another, maybe 1/8, not much, just a teaspoon of salt. We'll mix this together and our sauce will be ready. Our dry sort of dip is ready. Our wet marinade is ready, and we'll get to the next step. Okay, my chicken has been marinating in the buttermilk, lovely tangy zinger mixture for about 30 minutes. I have my egg wash ready, and I also have my flour mixture ready. So what we want to do now, and this is one of the tips, so make sure you do this right. This is a very important step. Pick one piece of chicken up, a nice flat piece, and you can use tongs or you can use your hands, doesn't matter. So, and you can see there's a nice still coating on it, because when you marinate, the coating stays on. And then we want to drop it in our flour, like so. Just make sure you get a light coating. So the first coating we're going to get is just a light coating of flour. That should be more than enough, what I have here. And then I'm going to just shake off any excess flour and drop it in my egg wash. Once I put it in my egg wash, and again both sides, right, gently. And then I'm going to put it back in my, and you need, this is very key, put it back in your flour mixture. The reason you do this is you want to get that nice crispy texture on the outside, and that comes only when you do a double sort of dip, double dip. So let's double dip, why not? It's the weekend. And for this step, I'm going to use my hands because it's much easier. This time you want to get a lot of flour. We're still going to shake off excess, but you want plenty and a generous amount of flour on there. Now once I'm happy with what I have, again we shake off any excess like so and keep it on a plate, and then you can do another one. When you're frying this, the key is, we're going to fry this in vegetable oil. The key is to do it on medium heat, not on high heat, because then you'll have a dark brown burnt texture on the outside and it may not have cooked properly on the inside. So do it on medium flame, and I would recommend doing no more than 1 or 2 at a time. So I'm going to do 2 today, and once it's fried, we'll get to the next step, which is the final assembly. My oil is at a nice medium temperature, just the way I want it. I'm going to drop my chicken in here very carefully. Okay, now another key when frying this, I'm just little excess has fallen off, and that's fine. Another key while frying these is make sure you don't keep turning them too often. You may have to turn them once, and that's about it. These have to be deep fried. I'm just going to put some oil on top, let that sit for about 2 to 3 minutes on this side and cook through, and then I'll flip them over and cook it on the other side for another 3 minutes, and that's it. It should be done and good to go on my burger. Okay, you can see I have a nice beautiful golden brown color, and look at that texture, it's perfect. I'm going to just drain the excess oil with a slotted spoon and take it out. Beautiful, look at those nice crispy patties. And for my assembly, what I have here is some lettuce. So today I've chosen a bun that's like a garlic bun. You can put a sesame seed bun, whatever you want, but this is what they traditionally use at KFC. And I'll throw some lettuce on there, on the bottom, and then place one of my, still hot, so I'll place one of them, my little nice chicken patties, fried chicken patties on there. And for the top, I'm going to use some of my white sauce mayonnaise that I made. Give a nice generous dollop on there. Use as much as you want, as little as you want. This is all customizable to your taste. And then we have also some shredded lettuce, some more lettuce on top. That's how they serve it at KFC, at least KFC in India, because KFC Zinger is an Indian burger, isn't it? And then put it on top, and that's it, folks. That is your KFC Zinger Burger right there. Enjoy junk food on the weekend. Can't guarantee it's healthy, but definitely it's made at home, so it's definitely hygienic. So hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.